Enjoy this Goldilocks Productions presentation of the Joyful Finding Show with your host, Melissa Parks.
Happy Wednesday and welcome, everybody. So glad you could join us today. The energy is rocking and rolling. I started to vibrate at about 11 o'clock this morning, so an hour before the show started. And I am just trying to ground that energy. So I think I was building up all this energy to share out with all of you. So everybody tap in, feel the energy, feel the love. Start spreading more joy. I feel like before I start taking callers today, I feel like I need to talk a little bit about some stuff, about standing in your power, about self-doubt, about calling in your fears. Let's transmute all that with love. I've run into that a few times this week where people are doubting themselves, whether it was in my class or maybe it was a client, it didn't matter. It's about standing in your power and truly believing what your truth is and understanding what that means for you, allowing yourself to not bring in those self-doubts. Those might be repeated patterns from your childhood or other lifetimes. It could be from anywhere. But it's about letting go of the fears that we keep bringing to us. It's about releasing that, whether it's fear about relationships, fear about money, fear about jobs, fear about going to new locations. Whatever that is, don't fear it. Fear is, you just have to conquer that. And I say transmute that with love, share that with love. And it's very, very helpful in you moving forward. Also, standing in your power is also helping you move forward in what is going to bring you the most joy. So are you in that happy relationship? Is that relationship what you've been looking for? Are you still looking for what you've been missing? There's so many doors that are open to you, but some are afraid to even see what's on the other side of the door. So fear gets in our way a lot of times. So I say you just get rid of fear and start spreading more love and enjoy yourselves a whole lot more. All right, I think I'm ready for my first caller, and that's area code 650. Are we there?
Yes, I'm Melissa.
There we
Thanks
are.
for taking my call. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Hello?
And your name? Yes, your name?
Yes. Yes, hi. My name is Miranda.
Hi, Melinda.
So I'm wondering if you are okay with answering a question about my daughter.
Sure.
Okay. So my younger daughter recently broke up with her boyfriend. They were dating for a couple of years, and she really thought that she was making the right decision. It was a thoughtful, decision. You know, it took a lot of thought into it. And then after she did it, she's like having second thoughts, and I don't know. I think it's like what you said, fear sometimes of like what the unknown would be, or like will she be alone? I don't know what she's going through, but I'm wondering what you see for her. Will she go back with him, or will she be open to someone else?
I feel like she's open to someone else, but she has that little bit of fear and where she's doubting herself. Did I make the right decision? Because it wasn't all bad. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it was
Right.
It was all the red flags that had to add up for her to go. And now that she's gone, she's now she's a little lonely, okay, because there was someone always there. And now she doesn't have that. But
Right.
And I feel like she's doing a lot of healing. So this is going to help her actually find a more fulfilling relationship that she's looking for. And you can actually talk to her. I mean, you know, I feel like you have an open enough relationship. You could actually talk to her and be like, this is how, you know, are you fearful of being alone? What is it? You know what I mean? Because sometimes people don't recognize them until we point them out.
Right. And I tried to assure her, but I think that would be a good idea to just sort of bring it up again. Like I sort of said,
bring
like,
it up
oh, it's probably...
yeah.
Go ahead.
Bring it up on like the emotional level. You know, what does that make you feel like not being in the relationship? What did it feel like being in the relationship? So just so she could kind of sort those things out.
No, that's good. Yeah, I somehow sense that he was a nice person, but that I think she needs more in the long term, and it's just that crutch of like you said, always having someone around, and I think she'd be much happier with a different person. And so I'm hoping.
I feel like she's going through a healing process right now with it all. So it's like, because after 2 years, that's like a pattern, you know what I mean? So she's healing from that relationship, figuring out what she would really like to have in her life and what she doesn't.
Perfect.
And I'm getting, she should almost write that wish list too. What does that perfect relationship look like to her?
She's done that in the past, but I think maybe it's a good idea to just sort of start fresh again and make a new list.
Yes, agreed. Definitely update. Start new, because May is all about newness. So just know that there's new opportunities on the horizon, always. Always.
Oh, that's good. I need to hear that, because I have issues of my own. I'm trying to sell my house, and I'm hoping it's going to sell soon.
Okay, they just want me to ask, do you feel the energy that's coming to you right now? Like it's really hot, like I'm starting to sweat. Do you feel that?
I sense it. I sense that something's going to happen soon.
Okay, now with that sense, they want you to see it selling. They want you to see yourself moving forward, because I also get a little bit of your self-doubt holds it from selling. So it's almost like release that and allow yourself to let go completely. Because emotionally, it might be on an emotional level. Physically, you're ready to go. Everything's check, 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 check. But it's like everything's going to work out just fine, but you have to allow it to.
I will. Thank you so much, Melissa. I think you're wonderful. I love your show.
Thank you. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for calling in, and good luck with you and your daughter and with the future, because there's so much joy to be had. Thanks.
Thank you. I'll keep in touch. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Awesome. Thank you. Bye-bye. Awesome, people. All right. So, I didn't know what I was going to talk about until I don't know, maybe 20 minutes before the show. I never know what I'm going to talk about until whatever needs to arise, and see, I guess, standing and talking about fears help that first caller. So it's about, we have to start facing our fears. They pop up in front of us, and they happen to me too. I am not, not prone to not having fear in my life too, but I'm working through that just like everybody else. We're all a work in progress. It's about us standing in our power, figuring out what our truths are, and I feel like we're still deciphering so much in our lives, between our personal lives, our work lives, how we feel about ourselves personally, and we need to transmute everything with love. Anything that's going on in this world, just throw love at it. I throw love everywhere. And again, they're lighting me up as I say that. So feel that as I say that out there, because they make this rush of heat go through me, and it just spreads out to everything and everyone. And it's just an amazing thing. So for me, it's been an interesting week, energetically, going to a new moon thing on Saturday, which was really fun, with someone that was starting an all-new group, which was fantastic, and she's going to do great. So I see that more people are starting to start groups out there, and I support all groups out there. If you guys are coming together of like mind and of love, then come together and make things happen, because you guys are here to help change the world. And again, they're giving me goosebumps when I say that. So they're lighting me up. So go with that. It's about change. We're all going through so much change, whether, again, it's in our personal life, our political lives, whatever's going on out there, even in our churches. There's so much going on and so much coming to light. Everything's starting to change so rapidly. So it's about you finding out what your own truth is, so that you can start going forward and making the right choices for you and just you. Because we're starting to change as a collective. We're starting to be more loving. I get everyone doesn't see that yet, but trust me that it is starting to happen. We are starting to be a more loving collective here on Earth, and we are doing what we can to help Mother Earth, and we're starting to recognize the things that we've done wrong in our past and the things that we need to change. So not only are the patterns in our personal lives, they go into all of America's lives, or whatever country you may live in. There's all these patterns that we need to change so everyone can be so much happier. And we're all in the process of doing that. So it's fantastic. Again, they keep wanting me. I wrote those as notes down. So they don't want you to call in your fears, okay? So whatever that is, don't call it in. Just don't. See it with love, and we'll see yourself walking right through it. Imagine yourself being able to conquer anything, because our imagination is where we come from. We have to start with our thoughts. So if we start making our thoughts so much more positive, we're ready to rock and roll with that. So keep your thoughts positive. Retrain your brain. If you say something negative, say something positive. The energy's here, the angels, the guides, our loved ones, God, the universe, everyone is here to help us. Yeah. Okay. So they want me to touch on something else. I didn't think I'd go here, but here we go. So even though we all know that there's all this nice stuff, we also know that there's negativity out there. So we tried to transmute that too. And we don't want to call any of that into our lives either. They have their own issues out there that they need to do with. So I like to put up my little protection bubble. I like to look like, I think I probably said this before, but I like to look like Glenda the Witch and the Wizard of Oz in my translucent bubble, so we can still see out and people can still see in, but we're not allowing that negativity into our lives. They actually want me to bring up something that happened this week, which is so funny, which I might do in a little while. I will take my next caller, and that's area code 270.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hi.
How can I help you today?
I'm kind of wondering if there'll be any changes for me anytime soon, whether it be financial, whether moving, kind of anything.
All right, can I just have your first name?
Joy.
Joy. Oh, what a perfect name, Joy. I love that. Joy calling in onto the Joy of the Finding show. All right, Joy. Let me tap in for a little minute here. Okay, so what I'm getting is you're already in the midst of change right now. You're feeling that already. And what it's doing is so funny because they're showing me like in a Rubik's Cube right now. So they're trying to line up all the colors. So it's like everything's becoming aligned. So it's like you are taking all the steps that you need to do to get everything just the way that it needs to be so that all sides are the colors that they need to be. And then you are all set is what they're showing me. It's like this, it's almost like a trophy. So I feel like you have lots of abundance that's going to be coming into your life because of the choices that you're making.
I could really, really use it. So that's really good to hear.
You've been asking for a really long time, too, and you started to make the changes to actually make that happen. So once we change our mind about how we think about things, you've been making those baby steps actually towards that. And now that you've done that, the universe is starting to provide for you because we can ask all we want, but we have to at least make steps. They can be baby steps, they can be gigantic steps, but they have to be a work in progress. So as long as, and I'm getting goosebumps as I say this, so you keep walking forward, you keep walking your truth, and don't let people get in your way because, and I'm not saying that in a negative way, they're just like, don't let people, they try to talk you into other things. People have some influence on you. Don't listen anymore. It doesn't resonate with you anymore.
Yes, definitely. That sounds great. Even I really want to move. I don't like my apartment. I was hoping that the landlord would let me transfer into a house, but nothing's available, but I'm boxing everything up anyway, so yes.
Okay, then see, you're already saying to the universe, I'm moving. I'm not staying here. And I don't feel like the landlord has something available now, but I feel like he's going to have something when you're ready. You're not completely ready yet, but when you are, everything opens up, and it may even be a different landlord because I feel like do you want to move a little bit further than from where you are? Like within 5 miles, I feel.
I would love to. The further out you go, the quieter it is. So
all right. Well, I feel like you're going to be able to where it's a little bit more quiet, where you have more peace. And you also are looking for more privacy. So write down what it is that you're looking for. Do you want a little fenced-in yard? What do you need? 2 bedroom, 2 bath. What do you tell the universe so they can provide that for you?
Okay. I definitely will.
But, yeah, I see lots of fun coming up for you, lots of joy, lots of excitement. Oh, my God, it's just going to be fun. It's like a party every day.
I need it. So I was very much looking forward to that. I definitely need it.
Good for you. And also about moving forward, it's about finding joy in everything that you do, Joy. So if you're not feeling joy with the people or the places or the things or whatever, they're like, discard them. It's time to get rid of them. It's about clearing your space. And they show me like radiant sunshine. So it's like you're just glowing. You're just so happy. And they don't want anyone else to interfere with that because you've worked really hard to get to this point. And you're just going to keep like, you're just like a shooting star now. They're just shooting you off into the sky. So you're just going to have a good old time.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Will it happen soon? I hope it.
That's awesome.
Yes,
Can I help you with anything else, Joy?
Will there be any relationship? Or relationship, I shouldn't say plural.
Okay, yeah, I was like, you don't want many, do you? No, the relationship, it's funny because I thought that you were going to ask that next because after we just talked about that and before I asked you that, I drew a heart. So, yes, there is going to be love coming into your life, but you have to, they also want you to write the list about what that is. What does that perfect relationship look like for you so that it checks off all your boxes that you want this time? And I feel like it's after you move and I feel like it's summertime that you find a new relationship.
Okay. That's great. That's not far away.
No, it's not. So prepare yourself.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you, Joy. Have a joyful day.
You too. I appreciate it.
Thank you. You're welcome. Wow, what fun is that? Changes coming up for Joy. There's lots of changes coming up for everyone, and we're making the right decisions. So we're bringing that joy we really want into our lives and making it a reality. So it's like we're changing up everything in our lives. It's almost like I like to say that we have like the dining room tables all set and we kind of like we take the whole tablecloth and we flip everything up, you know, like the musicians whip it out from under it and nothing falls. But I would like you to whip everything up in the air and just pick out, and everything floats. It doesn't just fall and crash down on you. But you start to decide what parts of your life you really want to keep and what parts you want to get rid of. So it's about, you know, finding out who your true self is. And that's something that we're all starting to do now. We're starting to identify with who we really are. And it's not always who we thought we were. So it's been an amazing journey for me, and I'm sure it's an amazing journey for all of you. Yes, we have our lessons and we have our tests along the way, but they're there to help teach us. And we said when we came down here that we would learn these things and learn by our mistakes. And who hasn't made mistakes? We all have. And we have to learn from them, and we have to honor ourselves by accepting them. So it's an amazing time to be alive as everything starts to shift and change. And there's so many spiritual people out there talking the same thing, just in a different language or a different way of putting it. I love it because it just shows that we're all on the same page and we're all working towards the same cause. And it's about love winning, people. It's about love winning overall, not just our love lives, but love overall. All right, I guess I'm ready for my next caller. And that area code would be 914.
Hello.
Hi there. Hi there. And you are?
Hi, my name is Katie. I'm calling from New York.
Hi, Katie from New York. How can I help you today?
Hi. I was wondering if I want to get some music out there, and I was wondering if you see Glenn being the right person for me to do that with.
Sure. Let me tap in there for a second, Katie.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, I'm saying that Glenn is a step in the right direction. He's not the end-all, be-all, but he's in the step in the right direction because I feel like he knows people that can help you.
Oh, wow.
So it's like you end up connecting with the right people. Because they show me as him only being like a stepping stone, not a long time, you know. So yes, definitely move forward with that. And it's time for you to actually get your music out there. You've been playing with this for a long time, and you're ready. You've been ready, but it's all about everything divine time. Even though you're ready, everything has to happen in the right time and space. Does that make sense?
Yes. Oh, totally. Yes.
Perfect.
Yes. Oh, wow. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome, Katie.
Awesome. God bless.
Thank you. You're welcome. God bless you too, Katie. Thank you for calling in. They actually, I'm going to share this before I talk on. Katie, they just showed me 1, 2, 3, 4 different CD cases, so I hope that helps you in your future. So it's about really us moving forward into what we really want to do. If you're producing some kind of music, or if you're a writer, or if you're, a TV personality or feel like you should be, start reaching out and doing these things on your own. I see it all the time. I needed help because that's just how I am, and I thank Tiffany and Goldilocks for that. And it's about, sharing. I see all these people showing up on Facebook Live, sharing their information, sharing their truths. And I love that people are being so open and honest about these things. And it's about everyone opening up and starting to share their truth and being in their power. And it's amazing. And whether people are going to be negative to them after they post it or not, there's so much love that's starting to be shared. There's just so much love being shared. And, I want to talk about love too, because it's like, I was flipping through my Facebook page this morning a little bit and, getting ready to post about my show and stuff. And then I ran across this thing, and there's always some tearjerker on there that gets me right to the heart. You know what I mean? Either it's someone helping somebody else, or I can't recall exactly what it was, but it made me feel my emotions, to feel that love, that compassion between those two people, whether it was just a written story or it was a little video. I just feel those things. And we're starting to tap in more about these feelings that we have, and starting to understand them more, and starting to let go of whatever these feelings might be that we feel that still trigger us, that we still need to let go of, allowing ourselves to be truly healed if we so desire, because that is a true choice for us. And we choose that every day. I choose it every day. I choose to believe I am happy, healthy, and whole every day. And it feels good. And, yeah, I still get sicknesses and stuff like that, but nothing too bad. There's still things I have to learn through that, like not working too much and not just keep go, 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 go. And remember that I still desire to have rest every once in a while. Have y'all been feeling like you've been going like nonstop lately? I feel like I've been running into a lot of people that have been tired. And they're just like, I'm really tired. And I'm like, well, it's time for us to rest. It's time for us to nap. Heck, even Monday, I took a nap with my son. I laid him down, and I was like, I'll lay down for a minute. And an hour later, I woke up, and I was like, oh, I guess I needed that sleep. So it's like, allow yourself to have that downtime. Allow yourself to take those vacations. I know a lot of people are work, and they're worried about where the next dollar's coming from. But sometimes you just have to allow yourself to take some time off and be free. So what is that next free time that you want to have for yourself? And that could just be going out into nature and sitting down on the grass under a shady tree, or, just standing outside in the sun for a few minutes. I like to do that. That recharges me. The sun talks to me quite a bit. So there's amazing things that are going on in the world, and each one of us are changing rapidly at different times, and that's the thing, time. They want me to talk about time. Everything happens in divine time. We are the curators of our time, so to speak, but everything that truly needs to happen at the right time will. If you're supposed to have that chance encounter meeting someone at the airport and you become instant friends, that was divine timing, and everything happens in divine time. You're always in the right place. It doesn't always feel like you're in the right place, but you are. You just have to make different decisions to be able to get yourself back into the right place that feels good too, okay? Because just because it's the right place doesn't mean it always feels good. My new thing is clarity is not comfortable. So sometimes when we have clarity, it's not what we expected it to be. It's about us having to make changes. So it's an incredible life that we live in, and everything is changing every day, which is amazing. They also want me to talk about love again. They always keep wanting to bring up love, because if you're not loving yourself enough, you're not going to be making the right decisions for yourself. So it's about self-care. It's about taking time for yourself. Go see your doctors if you haven't done it in forever. Whatever feels good to you about self-care. Go get your hair done. Go get a massage, your pedi, manis, whatever it is that you need to do. Take care of yourself. There's so much that you could be doing. Even just sitting down and writing with a journal, with a cup of tea. There's so many calming things that you could be doing for yourself. There's so much that could just go on and on. I'm serious, could go on and on. Let's see what direction they want to take this in now. My guides and angels are kind of funny sometimes because it's like they take me full circle all the time, but it's like I don't know where we're going half the time, but I just follow their lead. And they all want you to stop and smell the flowers. They would like you all to go outside in nature a little bit more. They want you to pay attention to everything that's going on around you again. Like I just saw a bird fly by. I couldn't identify. It was too fast. But what is it that's calling you? You know, what is it that's calling you? It's like the numbers are calling you. It was like at the end of the show last week when I had the 2 callers and they both equaled 3. And then I had 33. So it's like even that was speaking to me. It may not speak to you because it didn't happen to you, but you understand my story. You know, so all these things are very synchronistic about how they're happening. And it's quite funny when it unfolds because, you know, and when it happens to you, you're like, oh, my God, this is so awesome. You know, so just know that more of these things are going to happen for each one of us, that these synchronistic times are going to happen, divine timing, everything that you desire in this lifetime, but also everything that you've asked to learn is also going to be happening in this lifetime. So find joy in all of that, too. Today I'm wearing my grateful shirt, and it's got a lotus on it, but it's telling me to be grateful for everything. And that brings me back to that full moon gathering that I went to, or not full moon, but the new moon I went to on Saturday. And it kept bringing us, you know, what am I grateful for? She did this meditation, and in this meditation, 3 times it asked you what you were grateful for. And all 3 times I was grateful for exactly where I was in that very moment. And I was grateful for everything that I had been through up until that moment. And I kept trying to be grateful for, you know, trying to take my mind to be grateful for my families and grateful for my job. But it wasn't. I had to be grateful for everything in that moment that I was in. And it was just an amazing experience for me. So, you know, find your groups out there. Go do some meditations. Open up your mind. You know, even though I've been doing this on and off for years, even in meditations that someone else does for me, it takes me to a different space and shows me something new that I didn't remember or that I needed to remember, you know. It's kind of like we're the big onion and we have to keep peeling off all these layers to help remember what's at the core of that inside of us. And it feels like it goes on and on and on and on because it does. We have so much to learn about ourselves because we are more than just this human person. And then, excuse me. Also out there, I've heard some people talking about ego and stuff like that lately of this week. They're trying to let go of their ego. And really all you need your ego for is to make sure you get up for your job. You make sure you go to work. Those are some of the things. You pay your bills. But other than that, it's not if you're better than somebody else. You know, it's not if there's no judging in love, okay? There's only judging in ego, whether you're better, blah, 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 it's awful. So please let all that go and just see everybody through the eyeglasses of love. You know, everyone's going through something different, and that's another thing I kind of want to bring up too. There's been a lot of, you know, there's a lot of crazy people out there right now that are losing their stuff, and they're going about it in a really bad way, hurting other people or taking their own lives. And I send out love and sympathy to each and every one of those that are going through something that they just can't handle. So I'm going to take just a second and keep sending out that love to all the people that are hurting and not saying anything to anyone so that they can seek out some help so we don't have further destruction of ourselves. And our lifestyles. So it's like I'm sending out this whole vibration of love and blanketing the earth, you know, but I'm only one person, so you all help with me. Blanket the earth with so much love and start seeing love in each person because we don't know what someone else is going through unless they're ready to sit down and tell us their story. Because everybody has a story. We all have stories. And then we have more stories. You know, it all depends on who you get together with and start sharing your stories with. And just know that there's no judgment when you come into any place of, like at my class or whatever. Everyone's been through something that they have to feel bad about. But you don't have to feel bad in my presence because I do not judge. We've all gone through some crazy stuff in this lifetime. And it's all good. It's all good. So the excitement begins and the excitement continues, and we're just rock and rolling right along through our hour. And I should mention how you guys could reach me. I just get into talking and they just go da 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 da, and we keep talking. If you guys are looking for me outside of this show, you can find my website at IamMelissaParks.com. You can reach me by phone at 941-266-9250, and you can find me on Facebook under Melissa Parks Psychic, also if you're a Facebooker. And I guess I'm ready for my next caller, and that caller is area code 919.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you today? How can I help you, and who are you?
I'm sorry. My name is Kay. This is my first time calling in, so I don't know the format.
Oh, great, Kay. Oh, that's okay, Kay. I'm still in the first month, so we're still both new at this.
Okay. So you tell me what you need, and I will provide.
Okay. Well, I got your name, and I know you're from 919. So what would your question be today, Kay?
It deals with really about my career and in how what's coming through, what the spirit say where I am to be.
Are you doing what you love?
But right now I'm unemployed. Have been for the past, other than 3 months for the past year. I lost my job, so it's been a struggle. Needing to work, but doing what I love to do, I wasn't. So I think that's why Spirit just released me from where I was.
Yeah. So now what is it you want to do?
I want to do contract management or life cycle management. So I work in legal, and I'm more of a contracts person than litigation. So I have a background in paralegal, but I was a director of legal. So.
Okay. Well, I'm getting that you need to freshen up your little resume there, and you need to get it out to at least 20 offices that deal with contracts that are around you.
Okay. Ooh, 20. Okay.
And that's what you want to do. And then someone's going to hire you.
Okay. 20. Okay.
But you haven't applied for that yet.
Oh, I haven't.
Have you?
I have. I've applied for, oh, my God, several.
But have you applied for that position, for the contract?
No. I applied for director of legal operations, but, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Okay.
So, okay.
They want you to put that word contract in there because that's what someone's looking for. They're looking for that word. Okay? I don't know how that word is used, but it needs to be highlighted or whatever in your resume because they want someone that's going to handle that stuff.
Gotcha. Okay. I was focusing on my previous title, so, okay. Which is where I was not wanting. So, okay, makes sense.
Right, because they don't want you to go in a direction you don't want to be in. That's why you're not finding a job. So now that we've kind of narrowed it down that it's around contracts and not the whole paralegal thing, you've kind of limited yourself, and now they know that they can utilize you in that section.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Okay. Makes sense. Makes total sense.
Okay, I like it when it makes total sense. That's awesome.
Right.
Because it doesn't always.
Well, yeah, but this does. It does make sense, and I appreciate that so much.
You're very welcome, and I see that it's going to happen very soon for you. So redo your resume so that it says what you want to do.
Okay, that makes total sense.
Right.
Like I said, focusing on what I did because that's what my area was. But okay, excellent. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's about moving forward, not backwards.
Right, exactly. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, Kay. Enjoy the future. It's going to be joyful.
Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. So that's awesome. You know, it's really about telling the universe about what you really want. I'm going to use Kay here as an example. She kept putting out for what she used to be doing and was running into block walls or running into obstacles about getting that job. And now that she's going to change that around to make it more of what she wants, the people will be looking at that and will actually be ready to hire her for what she wants to do. So we have to be very direct about what we're telling the universe. And we're telling them if we were not happy in that job before, we're not going to be happy in it again. It didn't produce happiness before. It's not going to do it again. So it's like, what are you going to do to change it up? It may be somewhere in the same field. She's still in the same paralegal field, but in a different department, so to speak. You know what I mean? So it's like you fit where you need to fit exactly, which is an amazing thing. So I love that. I love that. So keep going towards your future and start seeing what it looks like and they're showing me like all these rocks being thrown in the pond right now and doing that ripple effect. So put your thoughts out there. The energy is going out there and starting to share that with everyone out there. So go out and amaze yourself. Go out and amaze your friends by being able to create what it is you truly want to create in your life. I'm so excited for all of you. So awesome. All right, everybody. I am ready for next caller. Area code 647.
Hi, this is Paul from Toronto.
Hi, Paul. How are you? How can I help you today?
My question is, what got me feeling mentally lethargic, like low energy mentally and physically? I used to be able to direct my energy to infinite universes with the highest intensity love through visualizations. And
okay.
I would just imagine all of the universe residing in my crown chakra, and they're partying and dancing, and I do these amazing visualizations incorporating infinite universes with them. But at the same time, right now, I feel lethargic. Was it due to the new moon, or is it something else?
It's the new moon, and it's also the energies that are coming down to earth. So this has been coming up a lot, so it's funny that you actually bring this up, but also not funny at the same time. But the Schumann resonance, they show the energy that's coming down to the earth, geometric, whatever. I don't know that it's the terminology, but I do tap in and look at their graph every once in a while. And when it gets really white and there's these strips going down, because they're showing you the full graph of 24. I think they show you like the last 3 days or 2 days or whatever in the graph. But you can see when the energy gets really intense. So when you're feeling lethargic and stuff, they're just telling you it's time to rest. It's time for you to incorporate some of this energy that's going on. I see a lot of people even around here are posting about that. And I've been sharing that energy or that information about the energy as well. About it coming down to earth, it's changing things, it's downloading us. We're getting lots of information as all of this is taking place, and sometimes we just need to rest. So allow yourself to just rest. You don't have to spend all that time in the universe either. They want you to spend some of that time in your body too, because we're still human. So spending that much time out in the ethers and all that, they want you to pull that and ground that down a little bit more. So definitely spend some time outside grounding to earth today. That will be helpful.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. Have an amazing day. So it's so cool that all this is taking place and all this energy that's coming down. It's funny because I just looked at the Schumann resonance before I came in this morning to see was that part of why I was starting to feel the vibrations, was the energy starting to kick in. So it's kind of a nice graph to go by to see how you're feeling a little bit if you are sensitive to energies, because we are becoming much more sensitive to energies. We're able to tap in more, and it's just amazing stuff, everything that takes place out there that we can get our fingers on and everything. So way awesome. Okay, so my next caller is 718, Katie in New York.
Hi, hello.
Hi, how can I help you, Katie?
Hi, I'm having a concern. So I have a chocolate business, and I do like strawberries dipped in chocolate and candies and different things like that. And I'm kind of like really trying to get it off the ground. I'm doing like networking and things like that. And I had ran into a friend about a week ago, and she does marketing, and she has her own, product she's coming out with. And she tasted my chocolate. She loved it, and I was explaining to her about chocolate and, different insights about the business, and I kind of went over my pitch I was doing with her. So today she calls me and says she wants to come out with a line of chocolate, and but say it's herbally, and I was actually already thinking of that, but I didn't necessarily tell her that. And she's like, do I want to partner with her? And I'm just like, you've never mentioned that you wanted to make chocolate. You know what I mean? Like you're coming out with a whole another type of product. And I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just a little cautious.
I would be a little cautious too. Now, if she had called you and said she wanted to do some marketing for you, that would be one thing. But almost duplicating your business in a different sense, at least she's wanting to partner with you. Does she have money to back what she wants to do? I mean, would it be feasible? Would you want to have a partner? Because she does have a marketing background, so it could be helpful on both fronts to actually get it off the ground. And actually, have you?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, she's saying, like, say, for example, you know how you have a line? She has a brand already, and it's making stuff that has nothing to do with food whatsoever. And it's coming out. But she was saying she wants to start selling something before it comes out. And, no, what she's saying is she wants me to make the chocolate for her company.
Okay.
Because she's like, oh, you already know the business. And I don't know if partner ups means that both of our names is on it, but it's just a little strange to me because I'm like, you never, ever mentioned you wanted to sell chocolate, and I run into you and you taste my chocolate and you love it, and now you want to sell chocolate, so it's just a little.
Well, maybe the loving it part sees a dollar sign attached to that. Okay, because maybe there's a need for that.
She did see how marketable it was. She did. Yeah.
Okay.
Because she's a marketing
you've
person.
already done the hard part. So now it's like this would help you get your feed off the ground. And I don't feel like it's a 50-50 partnership is what I'm feeling. I feel like it's got to be like 75-25, whatever. I don't know how you want to work that out or whatever. But you need to retain most of the business. But I don't feel like it would be a bad thing for you because I feel like it will help you get your feet off the ground and will help you start selling more of your products.
Oh, if I partnered with her?
Yeah. But you have to regain, you have to keep control.
Yeah, no, she's not getting any part of my company. But she wants me to.
She just wants to buy your product then.
She wants me to make products for her company. She wants to start she has a company, but they don't sell chocolate. She wants me to make chocolate for her company and maybe both our names on it or something, or maybe just her name on it. That's what she wants.
Okay, so this would be like a second section of your company then.
Of her company.
Well, of her company, but this would actually be the second one for you, too, because you could actually divide the two. You could have chocolate number one business, and then whatever you design or make just for her is a separate entity in itself.
Right, but I'm also like, isn't that a conflict of interest? I'm trying to get my business. You know?
It's not really. It's not. Well, technically, to me, it wouldn't be a conflict of interest because it's about you wanting to get your chocolates out there. And if her business already sells a line of something, she has already all the stuff she needs to market it and get it out there.
She's developing something. It's nothing related. No, she's not selling anything yet.
Okay. Can I just have her first name or first initial?
Vanessa.
You don't have to give out
her name is Vanessa.
Let me just get into her energy because what they're showing me is not jiving. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so what they're showing me is this lady wants to co-create with you about these chocolates, but you are not ready to co-create because you're still working on project number 1, which is your own chocolates, and I feel like you're going to add the other line pretty quickly because people are looking for that. And I'm also getting, for you to get your product out there more, is somehow you have to get to some kind of market or you need to get it out to the public somehow.
Yes.
Because word of mouth is going to be the best. So even if you can get your chocolates into, they're showing me into like a little bakery or something on the side, you know, hey, can you carry these? Or in a cafe, there's something where they're showing me there's a new connection there that you're not seeing yet. So, you know, seek out some of those small little restaurants around you and be like, hey, would you be offered, you know, would you like to offer these as dessert menu on the dessert menu or, you know, samplings or whatever. And there's actually showing me also for you is to actually start sharing them with some of the people in the restaurant. So if you go in, I make chocolate and this is what I do, and then start sharing it. So that's cool. And they show me that this lady they were showing me she was already in business, but she's not in business. So did she have a business before?
No, she's in business, but she's developing a product and it takes time to it's a real product. So she's getting that developed, but she's all of a sudden after meeting with me, she's like she wants to sell chocolate. I'm like, what?
I know, it's very confusing, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'm just like.
But you also ask for someone to help you. You ask for someone to come into your life and help you.
Yes, and she does do marketing, but I thought she was going to help me with my marketing, but she's kind of like helping.
Maybe that's what you need to sit down and say, I'm not ready to expand yet. I didn't need to market what I have first. But maybe she comes up with such a plan that something works out really well for you. Because you want it all to financially be good.
Right. I don't know how. We didn't discuss anything. She wants to meet with me and everything, but it was just out when I met with her. And you know how much she liked the product because I know her. I've been friends with her for years, but we stopped talking because I also went to law school, and she was trying to get me to give. But I'm not a lawyer yet. She was trying to get me to give her other friends' businesses and her to do legal work for them, and I was like, and I was like, well, I got trained for this, and I can't really give it out yet because I'm not admitted yet. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I kind of felt bad
for free work. Yeah, they were looking for free work. So, all right, now with that story coming up, I would speak your truth to her when you have this meeting because I feel like you are going to have this meeting. So just tell her how you feel about the whole thing and even how that made you feel back then when, you know, you wanted all my services for free when I wasn't even, you know, legally able to do my job yet. So.
Yeah, okay. Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Katie. Thanks for calling in. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Awesome. Bye-bye. Yeah, there's a lot of things out there that we have to weigh and see how they really feel with us. Is it really going to help us move forward? You know, because in one sense it can, in another sense it could hinder us. So they really want us to like weigh out our options when we have different circumstances come up in our lives and figure out what it is that we truly want to do. You know, it's just like, do we want to build our own business? Do we want to be part of another business? You know, it's just like me. I want to build my business and I am my own business, but I work inside of another business. You know what I mean? I rent space inside of another business, which also brings me clients too. But it's like I have a place where I like to go. I have that place that it makes me feel good. I can't always do readings at home. You know, I have a 4-year-old running around, and he loves to talk to everybody on the phone, and he's just so personable, and he just wants to chit-chat with everyone, say hi and everything, you know. He's so funny. We walk through the grocery store, and he has to say hi to everyone. Not everyone pays attention to him, but it's so funny when he does. He's just a little soul that wants to connect with everybody. So this week has been crazy with the energy. So I suggest you all at least look up the Schumann resonance a little bit. Maybe someone else will have a better understanding of what the energies are feeling like for you, and tap into the universe. Ask, you know, I'm asking all the time, is this the right thing for me? Is it not the right thing for me? And I know what the right answer feels like, and I know what the wrong answer feels like within my body. So you start connecting with more of the the right choices, the ones that feel good, the ones that are so energetically pleasing. And we're all energy. We all have to remember that. We all come from the universe. We all come from God. We are all a spark of light that turned into these human beings here on this earth. I'm not saying what we are on the outside of earth because I'm not sure. We could be several different things. But we're all come from light. We all come from light. We all come from love. And it's about sharing that with each and every one of us. It's about us uncovering our truths. It's about uncovering our truths of everything that's going on around us. And that's just our own basic truth. But the things that we've been lied to about in this lifetime, the things that aren't true, that we thought were true. So there's a little deception there and we feel a little bit bad. But just know all the truth coming out is going to be healthy in the long run. And there'll be no more secrets to hide. Don't you feel bad when you feel like you're hiding a secret? I'm so thankful I don't have anymore. I talk about my life very freely. I'm not afraid to talk about any of the circumstances in my life, even the most personal ones, because I know what I have to say could actually help somebody else, because it might not be the same exact situation, but they might be feeling it, or it might be a similar situation that someone else has gone through. And I just want everyone to know that there's so much peace and love that you can all have that out there. It's just finding it within yourself and everything that you have going on around you. So if you're not happy in your job and you're not happy in your relationship and you're not happy with where you live, then it's time to pick up your pieces and find out where you belong. You know, it's very important that we find that connection. You know, it's just like me moving to Sarasota. The first time that I ever came here, I was with my sister-in-law in 94, and I came down for a month to help her with her mother. And I was like, I could live here. The grass was weird. Everything was weird. I grew up in New England, so we didn't have spongy grass and stuff and all these bugs. But I came in November. It was absolutely beautiful. And I was like, I could live here. I need to live here. So a year later, I found a reason to come back to Sarasota. I found a reason to come down to go to massage school. So I came down here. I did my massage school. That was my first step of healing. And that also touches into me in the energy healing too, because believe it or not, that was, 22 years ago now. And I found a book by Barbara Brennan that I had bought when I was in massage school that I'd never opened that was all about energy healing. And it's so funny that I found that. I was like, I knew that I was going to be into it then, but my body wasn't ready for it until I was in my 40s, and I learned a different method anyways, but I was intrigued by it. So see what you're intrigued by. Go through some of the books you have sitting on your bookshelf, and maybe it's time to reread them or reevaluate what's out there and what you want to learn about yourself or relearn about yourself, because I've read a bunch of spiritual books, and then I haven't read a lot of spiritual books at the same time because not everyone resonates with me. Some do, some don't. So it's about tapping into that energy and finding out what our truth is. Every one of us have so much truth within us, and it's about uncovering that and allowing it to flow through us. And trust me, once you start speaking your truth, it just flows right out of your mouth. I have people come to me now going, I didn't mean to say that, but it just came right out. So just know that once you start speaking your truth, nothing's going to hold it back. It makes you so powerful. And about tapping into your abilities, find groups, find classes that you can help expand on some of these things so you can start connecting in a better way. There's so many that are connected that don't know what's going on. So find something that's going to help you connect, help you understand. Even if it's just Googling it, sometimes that's enough for information for you to find out what you need to move forward or what does it mean. That's why I'm always saying look up the spiritual meaning of anything. It's like I had a black ibis fly into my yard yesterday. And ibis I already know means magic and healing. It doesn't matter if it's black or white to me because we have glossy ones too. We have all different kinds. But the overall message was about magic and healing. So it's about what is coming into your life. Allow it to keep coming in. Start recognizing what it is and allow yourself to go with the flow. I like to call it getting in the flow of the lazy river of life. We kind of like get in the river in our little raft and we kind of let it just take us around the bend and it's time rather than us trying to force it all the time. But if you're stuck and you're staying up on the bank, you're not going to move forward either. So at least get into the water and start flowing with it. And I feel like a lot of people are going to be releasing a lot of emotions through this moon. I don't know what it is, but it's very emotional. I'll probably have to look that up later. But I feel like there's going to be a lot of emotions to be released so that people can really move forward without any of these blocks in their way. And there's just amazing things that are coming forward in each and everyone's lives. It's like, don't stop before the miracle. Don't stop before the miracle. You ever see that little Facebook ad? He's tugging underground. He's tunneling, and he gives up, and then he's right where he was going to rob the bank or whatever, the little cartoon. He just missed out on it because he gave up. So don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. You have so much power, so much strength, so much love inside of you. It's just an amazing thing, and it's just going to continue to keep happening. Whew, boy, this hour has been a lot of fun, I tell you. You guys are all amazing people. I can feel you all tapping in, whether you're listening now or listening later. I always knew that I needed to be some kind of voice, but I didn't know what that voice was until this show showed up. So, again, I thank Tiffany and Goldilocks Productions for finding me, and also Laura for finding me first. She's awesome. You guys should watch her show on Tuesdays. We are just a great group of people, and there's so much love to share, so much information to keep sharing. Keep calling in with all your messages. Keep sharing your love. You guys can find me at IamMelissaParks.com. You can reach me by phone at 941-266-9250. On Facebook, you can find me under Melissa Parks Psychic. And if you're in the Sarasota, Florida area, you can find me at Wild Ginger Apothecary in Gulf Gate. We are just like maybe 2 miles from the beach. It's so beautiful out today. It's probably really hot. I think it's 90. I'm wearing shorts. So it's really hot out there today. So I hope you guys are gearing up for the rest of your day. I hope you enjoyed your lunch hour. If you enjoyed me during your lunch hour or whatever time of day, there's so much going on, and I send so much love, and I send so much gratitude, and I send so much joy in helping each and every one of you to awaken to the God or Goddess that's alive inside of you and allow yourself to transform into these beautiful beings that you truly want to be, and creating this life, these lives that we truly want to live. And that energy and love is just expanded out into everything. They show lots of love going into the water, as I just said that, and into the earth. So ground in your love into the earth and nurture yourselves as much as you would your flowers, and just spend so much time just truly loving yourselves and loving everyone, and letting go of what no longer serves you, and allowing you to stand in your highest and good power at all times. And just know that joy is truly on the way because of the choices you are making. Again, I have to put it back on you. It's all in the choices you make. We can give you great advice, but not always do you listen, and that's okay, because, again, everything happens in divine time. So in that divine time, when you're ready to start making those right choices for you, it's absolutely a beautiful and wondrous thing, and you are creating magic in your lives and in your family's lives. And I feel like there's lots of spring cleaning taking place. So if you're spring cleaning, pick those things up. Is it making you joyful? Is it time to get rid of it? Start standing truly in your joy and have a magical, magical week. And that's how I will sign off this week, you guys. I will see you next Wednesday. I send you tons of love, and I love you. I love you. I love you.